God, what was it called? Blood Message. It's called Blood Message. They said it's like Uncharted, but Chinese. And I'm like, okay. Here it is. All right, let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out. We love to watch game trailers, so I'm excited. People said that this one was awesome. How's it sound? It's a dog. I like how the tip of the tail swings. Oh. Oh, it's all in Chinese as well. Okay. Makes sense. Western regions all the way to the capital. So it's Tang Dynasty. Okay. Holy! Wait, is this in-game graphics? Holy smokes, man. This looks good. Great facial animations. Has to be rendered? Maybe. Dude, they're going hard, man. I like it. Blood 24 Entertainment. Okay. That must be rendered. I think this is gameplay. Dude, this is gameplay, Jacka. This is gameplay right here. This is good for gameplay. I don't know. It doesn't say, but like, I think this is gameplay. This does look like Uncharted gameplay. It's like God of War-ish on the perspective. So it's like closer than Uncharted. Uncharted is farther back perspective. And that probably like changes into this, which is like a render. Father. Okay, so he's looking for his son. Yep, this is gameplay. This has to be gameplay. Dude, what is this? This is insane. Chinese make good games? No, that's the thing. They didn't used to. Asteroid. They've only started to make good games since Black Myth Wukong. Like, Black Myth Wukong, I think, was like the first really good, like, Chinese game. And, I mean, it was a banger. It was like I think it was my second favorite game of last year. So it was very high up there, for sure. But, like, I mean, Game of the Year went to Space Marine 2 for me. Space Marine was just so... what do you think caused the shift? I think they realized two things. I think it was just pure math. Well, I think it was three things. First of all, it seems very clear that they want to share Chinese stories. Black Myth Wukong is a Chinese story. Like, it is literally their mythology. One of the most famous characters in their mythology. And this is like, obviously, like, you know, historical fiction, essentially. Maybe it's sheer historical. I don't know. I don't really know too much about Chinese history. So if you do know, let me know that in the comments below. I don't really know if this is like real or not. I think Tang Dynasty is real though. So it might be like historical fiction set in a historical era, like an actual era. The other thing is just sheer math. The cost of making games there is not nearly that high. Like, to make Black Myth Wukong, I think it costed like $50 million US, which is, you know, a significant amount of money. But you try to make Black Myth Wukong here in California or whatever, and it's going to be like an easy 200 mil, probably, right? Considering like Black Myth Wukong, I think, was in development for like 4 years. I was seeing trailers for Black Myth Wukong. So that's one thing. And then they're selling it to the US market. They're selling it to their own market as well. But they're definitely selling it to our market, and they're selling it to their own market as well. So they have, what is it? How many people are in China now? Chinese population. It's crazy high. 1.4 billion. So even if they have a lower percentage of people that play video games there, they're still getting like, you know, ostensibly easy 40, 50 million people that are gamers there. And so if they have like 40, 50 million gamers there, and they're making Chinese dollars on that, for lack of a better term, and they're selling it here in Europe and everything as well, and they're making like, you know, if they're selling the game $70 US, that's a lot of Chinese dollars, dude. That's a lot of money in China. So I think for those 3 reasons, that's why they're doing it. And also, the 4th reason is the reason for all gamers, just all games making money now. And, you know, like all these indie companies and smaller companies, non-AAA companies making games. I mean, very easily, Aceroy. What is the answer? Unreal Engine 5 and other game engines are so much easier to use now and so much more universal than other game engines, you know, 5-10 years ago used to be. And then the 5th reason is publishing is now not locked to the AAA companies. You don't need to partner up with Sony or Nintendo or whoever the fuck in order to sell your game. You can partner up with, you know, you can just do it directly, self-publish through Steam. You can publish with like any number of smaller companies. Yeah, huge accessibility change. Sorry, I get excited when I talk about awesome games coming out, man. And this looks awesome already. Like, I'm saying all this because I am fucking hyped. This looks good. This looks really fucking good. All right, let's continue the trailer. Sorry, I got distracted. Hold on. Let's go back to that. This is awesome. This is good. And it's like, obviously you can go along this bridge. You can like climb in there. There's some secrets to find here. This is cool. Because like my biggest downside, and it wasn't like a big downside, like Black Myth Wukong was limited in certain ways because of the game it was trying to be. But one of the limitations for Black Myth Wukong, I'll move my head as well, because like you can see there's like obviously like, you know, areas you can climb here. But yeah, one of the big problems with Black Myth Wukong was it was inherently linear and you couldn't like explore around at all. And obviously this is going to be more of a linear game. See, it feels more cinematic like Uncharted is, but it looks like there's more environments you can explore around, less invisible walls and stuff. Hopefully. Okay. Yeah, this is like a movie. This is so cool. Probably like a quick time event to hold the door. Looks like a good story. I like the story. Fuck yeah, dude. Look at the combat though, man. The combat looks good. All kinds of different attacks, like tackles. Obviously like a light and heavy strike. A flip, maybe a grab. Dodge was definitely there. Maybe like a parry or a block button as well. Also, this is another reason. For whatever reason, the US companies hate putting fucking hot chicks and badass dudes in their games anymore. You can still see it in games, but like, you know, it's lesser. Look at her, man. They're not shying away. Stellar Blade. Look at Stellar Blade, dude. Like, you know, all of these other games. Black Myth Wukong. After the first 2 levels, I guess, for lack of a better term, you know, you had like multiple characters that were women. And they were all fucking hot. They were either hot or creepy and like really cool creepy, or just like dope as hell, like actiony or something in some way. Like just, you know, something was interesting about those characters. And, you know, it didn't look like Concord. Like, the main character is dope as hell, man. He's got the long hair. He looks like a warrior. Traversal mechanics of some kind. We got puzzles. And good-looking puzzles. There's a light puzzle. Oh, shit. Wait, do you play as the sun? Oh, no, you get separated, then you have to escape and then look for your son again. And they close up on those feet, man. Yeah, feet. God, not my thing, but hey, they know how to sell copies, man. They know how to move those copies, dude. Just say. Ooh, that must be a quick time. I will play this day one. Day one, and it's not even close. Dude, look at this Giga Chad. This is like the Chinese Giga Chad right here, man. This is so cool. There's also a sense of pride involved with the effort for stuff targeting other countries. They want people to see their culture. Oh, yeah, exactly. And also, like, the Chinese government definitely gives them a subsidy for it, Aceroy. Like, the Chinese government gives subsidies for any movie that takes place in China or has, like, part of it, like, filmed in China and stuff. You know, there's a reason, like, 5 of The Rock's recent movies, out of, like, maybe, like, 10 of them, they took place somewhere in China or they were filmed somewhere in China. The Middle East does this as well. If you film like in Saudi Arabia, you just get like a free $50 million or something. Like it's an insane high amount of money, and they do it to like boost tourism and stuff. So yeah, no, it's absolutely like a big cost saver for any company making movies or games or whatever in their country, which is dope. I mean, if you can do it. I would say it's a good use of money, personally. We sent teams of 10 messengers. Each and every one of them is prepared to die. So this is what the blood message is. I guess. So are we the blood message or are we the messenger? I don't really know the story. Dude, that's cool, man. Really, really cool. I'm in. This looks absolutely fucking dope. So there's bloodmessage.com. Okay. I'm kind of curious. Let's see what their website is like. Bloodmessage.com. You still need to play Black Myth? Yeah, Black Myth was awesome. I never finished it, but like, you know, games like that are controller games and they hurt my hand. But you know, it was really cool. Fantastic game. I played like 30, 40 hours of it. Dang, dude. Wait, this is their front site? They're putting a lot of effort. Like, you can see the effort put in. The music, you know, the animation for just the website. This is crazy, dude. Okay, so we can scroll down, it looks like. So that's the father and the son. We get more info if we click on them? Gonna right-click? No. Okay. Oh, this is the lady. On the ashes of my soul, a new dawn shall be ignited. Spirit of the Great Tang. Our surname, our roots. They reveal our origins. Okay. History. So this might be like actual historical. Interesting. The music is fantastic. Here it is. Dude, look at this combat, man. This is really cool. I feel like the combat has some depth. Like, this is what I'm into. This seems like a mix of God of War and of Uncharted and of, like, you know, maybe some Black Myth Wukong DNA. Though I think it'd be closer to Uncharted because I don't see any like monsters or anything. Maybe it would have supernatural stuff, but this seems far more historical, more like maybe like Assassin's Creed. So maybe like Assassin's Creed, Uncharted, and God of War mixed together. And I mean, I love every one of those games, so that's a good thing. Yeah, it's right, exactly. To fight is to have lived. Look at this Giga Chad, dude. Absolute Giga Chad. Okay, here we go. We got some screenshots. The environments. Really, really good detail. Interesting. So this is the marketplace where he was like squeezing through the bookshelves or whatever. It wasn't books, it was 2 shelves. I was hoping they would have screenshots of like in-game like actual fights. But these look beautiful. So these are the different environments you can go through. These are all the scenes from the trailer. That's it. Okay. Anything else? That was global playtest? Oh yeah, I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna sign up right after this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the site open so I can sign up. 100%. If I could do a freaking global playtest for this game, absolutely. Absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I mean, hopefully my 4070 can handle it. My 4070 can handle Black Myth Wukong very well, so I think they do like a decent amount of... See, the other thing is like Chinese game makers make their games more optimized, because if you go to for example, if you go to Monster Hunter Wilds and you look at all the negative reviews, you can filter by country. And guess who hates unoptimized games? The Chinese. So like most of the negative reviews for a Monster Hunter Wilds were like, I think it was like 40% of them were in Chinese. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. Bellular actually first talked about this for there was a different game, and I can't remember what it was. It was another like unoptimized, like, you know, a decent game that was just unoptimized like crazy. And it wasn't Wilds. It was something before Wilds. I think it was something last year. And Bellular talked about that all... No, I think it was Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, I think it was Dragon's Dogma 2. And, you know, that game was highly unoptimized as well. And they did, like, you know, the filtering by country. And the Chinese hated it. It was like 40% of people on Steam, like, gave it a negative review. And then, like, if you filtered it to Chinese, it was like 80%. Like, just straight up like 80, 90%, man. It was like universal. Yeah, Chinese people. Well, no, I think part of it, you know, people were... Bellular did a good job, like, postulating, like, what the reason might be. And I think he brought up a good point. A lot of people who play in China are playing at, like, you know, like, cafes, like internet cafes and stuff. They don't have the hardware at home. So you're wasting your money by the hour if you're playing a fucking slideshow. So that's like a big thing. And yeah, a global playtest is a huge green flag. That means they're ready for it to be international. That's a huge thing. Absolutely, completely agreed, Aceroy. So yeah, lots of big W's. What do you guys think of a Blood Message? Let me know in the comments below. Honestly, I had a friend send this to me, and I was like, yeah, this looks cool. But like, I was like, you know, who knows? But as soon as the game started, at least like the trailer, I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm dialed in. This looks perfect. Like I said, a mix of God of War, Assassin's Creed, and Uncharted. And I love all 3 series like crazy. So I'm super into this. This looks dope. And I played the shit out of Black Myth Wukong. So, and I also love that they made the character a Giga Chad. And it's a simple story. It's a translatable story. A father trying to save his son. And, you know, I really like when, you know, decent writers are simplifying stories. You can have all kinds of complicated events. Obviously, this takes place in, you know, a real, ostensibly historical war, Tang Dynasty and everything like that. You have, like, complicated geopolitics and, you know, all kinds of, you know, different characters and puzzles and stuff. But at the root of its story, it's a father trying to save his son. And in my opinion, I think that's like the Giga Chattiest, most Giga Chad of messages. I think that's dope, man. I'm in. I'm completely in. Let's do it. A few trailers lately that were running at less than 30 frames is easy to see. And there was some slowdown. Like, if you look at the combat and stuff, like at the very beginning, there was some slowdown when he's moving. Not here. But here, like, there's a wee bit of slowdown, but it's okay. It's totally fine. Like, this is like pre-alpha, or like, I mean, probably pre-beta, and it's still smoother than a lot of other trailers. So yeah, like, I mean, I'm in, man. I'm in. This is gonna be great. I'm pretty sure. And let's see, what is it? 24 what? What was the company? 24. Okay, who makes Blood Message? I want to see if they made games before. Blood Message Game Maker. 24 Entertainment. What have they done? Oh, they make Naraka Bladepoint? Oh, shit. Dude, this game is like... I mean, I don't play Bladepoint, but Naraka Bladepoint makes them like crazy money. So this is yet another example of a company, like the ones who make Stellar Blade, where they basically make like mobile gacha stuff, right? Or, sometimes maybe not so mobile. But they make like, multiplayer-ish games. And then they come out with like a single-player banger. That's dope, dude. This is their first true single-player game. And that was the same thing that happened with Black Myth Wukong. Same thing that happened with Stellar Blade. Granted, Stellar Blade is Korean. But that's really cool, man. I love it. I love to see this because A, it gives us more games to play. B, the Chinese market is more open to playing US games, and we're more open to playing, Chinese games. So it's like a cultural exchange, which I think is only a good thing. And C, it pushes these fucking Western companies like Ubisoft and like Rockstar and everyone else to get their shit together. Like, you can't get away with 5 years of GTA 5 anymore. It's not 5 years, sorry, 10 years of GTA 5 anymore. Like, they just kept re-releasing that shit. You can't get away with Naughty Dog doing like 4 re-releases of fucking Last of Us. And granted, Last of Us is a great game, but like, you can't re-release that over and over and over again. Bethesda, they had Indiana Jones, but like, that was like their only new IP in ages. They haven't come out. There's no plans for a new Fallout. There's no plans. I mean, they're doing, hopefully they're doing, fucking Elder Scrolls 6, but we've seen nothing about it. Yeah, 10 re-releases, 15 re-releases of Skyrim. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, this pushes the Western companies forward as well. So I think this is just only a good thing in many different ways. But regardless, chat, what would you guys think? What do you guys think of this game in the comments below? Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on Blood Message. Will you guys play this game? Do you guys think it looks cool? What games does it remind you of? Am I right on the 3 that I said? I'd love to hear your thoughts and catch you guys in the next video. We love to cover all kinds of upcoming games and gaming news, for whether it's Western or Eastern games or anything in between. We cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. And catch you guys again in the next video. Loads of love.